Hey y'all, my name is Nakayla for everybody that don't know me. So I wanted to get on here and tell y'all how I got pregnant when I was 18. It's kind of a crazy story, but let's just get into it. So growing up, it was just me, my mom, my little brother, her girlfriend, and her kids. So I wasn't really close with my mom growing up, only because my mom and my sister wasn't the best of friends growing up because my sister got pregnant when she was 16. So me and my boyfriend at the time, we wasn't having sex for real because my mom. I grew up in a strict household for real before my mom and her girlfriend. So I wasn't allowed to go outside. I wasn't allowed to go chill. No. So me and my boyfriend at the time, we wasn't together or anything, but we were still talking to each other. So my mom and them, they had left the house to go pick up somebody from the airport, and he had wanted to come over. So I had texted and told him to come over. So while my mom and them was gone, I went outside, and one thing led to the next. And I mean, if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But I told him he had to leave before my mom and them got back because I didn't want to get in trouble. So after that, I had asked if he came or whatever. He said yeah, but I was like trying to figure out where at, or whatever. And I asked him if he did it in me. He said no. So after that, I left. So after that day, we wasn't talking no more, and I don't know what happened. Long story short, I didn't get my period for no weeks, but that's only because I have irregular periods. So nothing dawned on me to be like, hey, I'm pregnant or whatever the case may be, only because me and my mom, we had irregular periods, and like when she's on her period, I'm on my period, or sometimes when hers came, mine didn't. So it's weird. So I went months without a period, so because I didn't think like, oh, I'm pregnant. So I'm in school. Long story short, y'all ever got those Metro Health buses that came to y'all school? So they came on January 16th, and you know how they do their regular routine. And then they brought me a cup and told me to pee in it. Long story short, while we was waiting, it came back positive. And if you a girl, you know. The first thing I said was, you lying. Like, I bust out lying. I said, you lying. I said, that's not my pee. So she said, no, Miss Reynolds, this is yours. This is your pee. You're pregnant. So before going to school, my mom had already had suspicions and told me that when I got out of school, she was going to buy me a pregnancy test so I could pee in the cup because she wanted to see if I was pregnant or not. So whole day after the bus, it was just dawning on me. So I had 3 best friends at the time, and I was telling them, like, I don't know how I'm going to tell him because we're not talking, we're not together, he blocked me. So my best friend at the time was like, I can call him and tell him and get him on the phone so you can try to explain yourself. So long story short, she got him on the phone, and I'm explaining to him in school, like, hey, I'm pregnant and I don't know what to do. So he get on the phone and he tell me like, that's not my baby, and then he hung up the phone. 2 minutes later, my best friend called him back, trying to get him back on the phone, and I told him again, like, I'm pregnant, and he hung up again. So for the final round, my best friend get him on the phone, and then I get to telling him like, like, I'm gonna take care of the baby by myself. Long story short, the next thing you know, I hear somebody else on the phone, and it's his mom. His mom telling me like, yeah, you trying to trap my son, da 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 da. And I'm like, no, like I've been talking to people, but I haven't had sex with anybody since him. So y'all ain't gonna tell me that he's not my baby daddy. Y'all just don't want it to be. So after that phone call, I hung up, and because I didn't want to hear that no more. He called me back and he told me like, yeah, I'm gonna be there for the baby, da 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 da, and woo woo woo. So then after that phone call, it was time for us to go home after.